Hello everyone, 365 days of horsemanship, day 187. Yeah, quite a nice day today. I came to Lawrence first and played a little bit with the scratching and the touching distance, the same as every day. I probably played about 20-30 minutes with him, which was nice. I worked with him on the scratching. Initially was quite nice. I went to take his rug off and it was like a clear no. Like he would walk away when I go to undo the front clasp. I ended up undoing it a second time and just scratching him around his hind end, because he allowed me to do that. And then he thought about rolling. I was really hoping that he would, but he changed his mind. I think I want to hope that there's something that I am doing wrong or that I could do differently that would encourage him. I think honestly a lot of it is just that it's like uncomfortable for him, and probably he'll never be the kind of horse where he'll lie down a lot or roll a lot anymore because he's just old and sore. But today I tried being in supportive leadership. In the past, when he started like pawing at the ground, I've always been very still, and I think that's actually been quite predatory for him. And so today I tried supportive leadership, just walking around him in a circle, just looking for mountain lions, things like that. And he thought about it, but he didn't roll, but that was okay. The touching distance, I had hoped for a little more today from that. I had said to myself that I would, because I had the patience today to change position on every little eye flick or ear flick, I said that I would just keep doing that until I got a bigger change. But it was so long, I didn't really get one. And definitely at his chest, I felt that there was some resistance, and as soon as I was near there, he started, well, I mean, not like flight, but just moving away. Like it felt very different there than other parts of his body, where I put my hand on his chest and it's like he would step away and step away again. And yeah, it just felt like he was less comfortable with me being there. And I think, like, you know, the last sort of few times I've played with it, I think I've probably pushed him quite hard, and I thought that was okay, you know, that things were getting better, because I was waiting until the better feeling and pushing through the time where it was getting worse into when it was getting better. But now I'm kind of rethinking that. I'm wondering if maybe I need to go back a couple of steps and just try not to push past his limit, kind of prove to him that I know when it starts to get uncomfortable and I can leave before then, rather than staying and pushing him through where it's uncomfortable to where it's comfortable, because I guess that is actually insistent leadership from like the psychological perspective. So yeah, so that's, I mean, it's a good realization to have, I think. Obviously it's disappointing because ultimately that's going to be slower, but I guess that's not really that surprising. That's kind of always the way that it is. You know, the freedom-based stuff is always slower, and really, you know, I have to kind of trust what I've seen today. Obviously today's only one day, All the other days are only other days. So I guess tomorrow I will try to leave before he becomes uncomfortable, and just kind of see how that feels. It's difficult because I think sometimes I feel like the freedom-based training can be so slow. I think it's only ever really slow when I don't understand what I'm looking for, or when I miss things. Because I think when you know what you're looking for, there's always something that's changing. Change is always happening. It's just that, like, you might not be able to see the changes because you didn't know that's what you were supposed to be noticing, or you didn't notice the thing that changed. So I don't know. I feel like I feel like I just need to come tomorrow with an open mind, not have the like preconceived sort of notion that it's going to be rubbish and slow and nothing will happen if I do that. Like, really focus on just observing and slowing down. I think that was definitely my lesson from today. I talked a little bit yesterday about how with Mia, I really feel like she, I feel like I move too fast. I'm too noisy. There's too much going on. I'm not being, particular is the wrong word, but like clear and consistent in my cues. There's a lot going on and there's too much pressure happening too quickly. So today I didn't have a lot of time, probably only 10 or 15 minutes with her today to actually play. I did one of her plats today, which took 5 minutes or so, and I gotta go home now because I gotta go to work later. So so I thought I would just work and walk today, which was good, which was fine. And actually I did really notice the difference between, like, when I slow things down, actually just not like actually focusing on what I'm doing and what my body's actually doing and what my hands are doing and where all my hands are and how they're moving. And I think it was good. It was literally 10 minutes, but I really felt like it worked, like particularly with asking her to walk forward. I really worked hard on just being really consistent and having the same cue each time, going through the same process. I went through that process. I had to go all the way to moving the stick, but then the next time I went through the same process again, and she went immediately as soon as I lifted up my hand. And I thought, yeah, like, actually that's really good. Like, that's what I'm missing. I just need to be way more consistent, like way more committed to doing the same thing every single time and practicing that until I'm good at it. In the same way as driving, like when you drive, like you don't change gear in a different way every time. Like maybe you do when you're learning, but like ultimately in the end you want to end up in a situation where it's muscle memory, and your muscles move in exactly the same way each time. And that's really the same with the horses. So I feel really good about that. I definitely feel like that was beneficial today, to play with Mia in that way. And I think that probably that's just something that I need to, that level of like slowing down. I probably need to take into my work with Lawrence as well. Not really sure how to do that with Lawrence, but I guess I'll just give it a go and see what happens tomorrow.